Welcome back to a new video. Today we've come down to Luscantire Beach. Now I know we've done a few videos from here previously, but we've not actually spent any time on Luscantire Beach since early this year. So it's like coming down for the first time all over again. What's lovely today is that we've got some snow on the hills. We had some wintry showers overnight, some hail and a dusting of snow. So it's always nice when you get the snow-capped tops of the mountains. Not quite sure if it's snowing just now across there, but we've definitely got some atmospheric conditions. It's low tide and there is literally nobody else on the beach. Me and Max have got the whole place to ourselves. So we're going to have a wander, see what we can find of interest to photograph, and we'll show you what we're doing. So the first little shot that I've set up is just really simple shot, looking over to the hills. We've got some snowfall over the mountains. I'm going with snowfall. And what I've done just to try and give the image a bit more feel is I've dropped a 6-stop ND filter in and a 0.9 at medium grad. And that's giving me actually 25 seconds on the shutter, just to try and pull a little bit of smoothness out in the water. The colour of the water just now looks beautiful, and when you get the overcast, moody skies, it brings out the greens just beautifully, with then the contrast of the whites of the waves as they turn. Oh, it's just lovely. We could just do with a little bit of light. The sun is in front of us, but it's not breaking through the clouds just now. It is super atmospheric, it's super beautiful, and it's lovely to be back on the beach. The weather's closed in. It was definitely snow that was across the mountains. Now on the beach, the visibility is literally zero, but it's absolutely fantastic. These wild conditions is why we moved to the Outer Hebrides. It'll likely pass through in the next sort of 10 or 15 minutes, and hopefully we can get back to doing some photography. But wow, to be stood on the beach in these conditions, some might say it's crazy, but we absolutely love it.
Whilst we waited for the snow to pass, I looked for different compositions. The visibility wasn't improving, but it was great to be experiencing these conditions out at the coast.
So about 30 minutes has passed and the visibility is still really poor. We're getting a mixture of snow and then sleet. You can't see the mountains, you can't see anything behind us either. It's one of those things that you come out, you see the forecast for sleet showers, hail, snow, and you think, oh wow, it'll be amazing. And quite often it is. It's just today, the conditions are absolutely beautiful, but probably not translating through photography. I think the fact that you can't see the hills, the mountains across there, is just making the photography a little bit difficult. We don't want to be defeated, and it's not very often that we are, but I think for today, for this little session, we're probably going to need to call it. So I hope you've enjoyed the images from Luscantire. All being well, we've got a similar forecast tomorrow, so we are going to try again and just see if we can get a little bit of a break in the weather, just a little bit of light or better visibility would be ideal.
On the way home, the island looked absolutely stunning. A blanket of snow across the hills, just looked amazing, and we pulled over to photograph this scene.
So welcome back. It's day 2 and we've come out to one of our favourite beaches on the Isle of Lewis. It's a beach that we brought you to a few weeks ago when we looked at the abstract patterns on the beach. We didn't feel it was safe to head down to Harris today just because the roads are so icy, so we decided to come out this way instead. When we arrived, we had a clear blue skies, pretty much just a little bit of cloud sort of just above the horizon. We've been looking for a composition and we could see hail showers or snow showers coming in from right to left, and it hit hard. The hailstones are huge, they're absolutely massive. But we're just looking for a little composition. It's lovely because we've got a nice covering of hail across the beach with some nice patterns and little channels running down. Frantically, I tried to just take a shot there with these patterns as the hail was coming down, trying to get a bit of a faster shutter speed to hopefully capture some of that hail in the scene. Whether it comes out, I'm not sure. It was a bit frantic trying to incorporate that in whilst the hailstones were bouncing off our heads pretty much. So I think it's slow the pace. Let's take our time, try and find a nice little shot and wait maybe to see what the weather does.
Photography in these conditions was very challenging, but wonderful to see the beach transformed into a winter wonderland.
Oh, we're definitely battling the elements again. The snow is falling now, it's coming down quite heavy, and at the back of our minds we're thinking about the journey home. It's not too far for us to come out to this beach, but we've still got to get down the roads. It's difficult, I think, because you want to try and make something of the fantastic conditions that we've got. It is clearing. We've got a patch of blue sky, again just opening up. That way though looks horrendous. So I don't know, I think it's difficult in terms of knowing what to do for the best. Do you call it and be safe, or do you hang around a little bit thinking the conditions might improve? So I think what we will do sensibly is maybe just take 10 or 15 minutes just to see what it does and make the call. We'll pop up any images that we've potentially photographed today that are presentable and we'll pop them up on screen for you now.
The hail continued to come down as we drove closer to home, and we felt that we'd made the right decision to head back.
So really hope you've enjoyed this week's video. The conditions were absolutely fantastic to be out in. Challenging but superb to be on the beach in those conditions. I think the challenging part comes in because the images I feel in this week's video aren't our best. But to head out and to be out on the beach with hail and snow and freezing conditions.
It's mental.
Yeah, it was just lovely. To see the beach with the snow and the hail across the sand was just lovely. So the microphone gave up towards the end, and we've just invested in a new one. So we just wanted to jump on and say thanks so much to everybody that's recently subscribed. The other thing that we just want to chat to you around is Warner-Tate photography gloves. So we've been using Warner-Tate photography gloves now for around 5 or 6 years. Back in August this year, we both invested in a pair of the Tamron photography gloves, and they're super, super warm. The fact that you can pop out your index finger and your thumb to control the cameras whilst keeping warm at the same time.
Magic, absolutely magic.
It is, it's magic, it's amazing. They're really good quality. The pair that I had previously for around 5 or 6 years are still like new. The Tamron ones are sort of the next warmest apart from the Arctic mitt. So for winter, these are the gloves really that we'd recommend.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
They've very kindly as well offered us a free shipping code. So if you're interested in purchasing a pair of Warner-Tate gloves, whichever pair is right for you, there's a little link in the description which is an affiliate link. But if you use the code Warner-Tate, you'll get free shipping. The other thing, just to give a shout out for Warner-Tate, is that they've recently just done a post about women in photography, sort of raising the hand to support women in photography. The post is a fantastic read, and we were really proud that they used our blog post, Women in Photography, as part of the write-up. There's a list of 15 inspirational female photographers to keep an eye out for in 2025 as well. So I highly recommend having a look at the post. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Sort of into next week, we've got mixed conditions again, but whatever the weather's doing, we'll be back out. So thanks very much for watching. Take care. Adios.
If you'd like to join us on a one-to-one photography session or small group workshop, head over to warnertatephotography.com where you can find more information on how to book.